It's the second largest membership-owned lending institution in the country. However, for the better part of the last 10 months, St. Francis Xavier Credit Union has been in a dizzying tailspin. Since a protest was held by its members back in May 2022, SFXCU has been making headlines for all the wrong reasons, and the management of the organization remains at the heart of the controversy.
Since the amendment of the Credit Union Act in 2005, credit unions were brought under the regulatory umbrella of the central bank, and the central bank's governor was designated as registrar of credit unions. Upon taking up this responsibility, the central bank has been examining the performance of each credit union to address any deficiencies and to generally strengthen the credit union movement in Belize.
After keeping a watchful eye on recent developments at SFXCU, the Governor of Central Bank, in his capacity as Registrar of Credit Unions, has appointed an administrator to manage its affairs. It's the latest regulatory decision to resolve an issue that is seemingly difficult.
The central bank personnel came down to us like with a vengeance. It really appeared that they were not satisfied that we were elected into office. There was some kind of agreement, even between the Belize Credit Union League, the central bank, and the former board of directors to get rid of the general manager and have a new person appointed.
Needless to say, the move to assign career banker Martin Marszalek in a decision that was formally announced by the central bank last Friday has been met with criticism and disapproval by the board of directors for St. Francis Xavier Credit Union. According to Everaldo Puck, president of the board of directors, when a new executive was elected in June 2022, its mandate was quite clear.
As soon as we entered office, we had two mandates: reinstall the general manager, Mr. Rafael Dominguez, and to conduct an audit into the credit union. We did get our auditor, but this plan was frustrated because immediately the central bank sent personnel for enhanced supervision and also commissioned the firm of Sean Mala to conduct a second investigation into the credit union.
Despite the initial series of actions taken by the new executive, a draft report following the second investigation conducted at SFXCU outlined a number of deficiencies, including blatant disregard for the authority of the registrar, failure to implement internal audit recommendations, a deep culture of non-compliance, and weak internal control environment.
The information gathered as a result of the said special examination and the examiners I appointed uncovered what I regard as critical deficiencies in governance and risk management practices at St. Francis Xavier Credit Union. In my capacity again as the registrar, and in keeping with my statutory duties, I have, through written communication, engaged extensively with the board and management of St. Francis to ensure it addressed the issues and deficiencies uncovered.
Contained within that 9-page document were several decisions taken by the board that were described as imprudent. Chief among them was the general manager's employment contract. The decision taken by the board at its first meeting on June 27th to renew Rafael Dominguez Sr.'s contract under the same terms and conditions stipulated in the expired contract flew in the face of Section 31 of the Credit Unions Act. That decision, according to the draft report, supports the view that the board is not independent and that Dominguez holds sway over its actions.
Mr. Rafael had also gone to an attorney because he was illegally dismissed. And after we were in office, the bill came. because somebody had to pay the bill. The man's character was damaged with all the interviews and releases and radio talks that were given. The man's character was damaged, and that there has to be compensation to be paid. And so the board agreed that we're going to pay compensation and pay for damages to the sum of $75,000.
PUC is on record stating that the registrar is seeking a recall of those funds. However, there is no mention by the board of directors of a decision to pay Rafael Dominguez Sr. a total of $11,207 in retroactive salary for the month of June 2022. This was during the time when there was no valid employment contract between SFXCU and Dominguez.
The board continues to disregard its fiduciary responsibilities under the Credit Union Act to provide strategic direction, ensure that risks are properly managed, and establish sound corporate values and conduct, thereby compromising the safety and soundness of the credit union. The board's non-committal responses to address the grave issues uncovered during on-site examinations are strong indicators that the board is not equipped or disposed to discharge its fiduciary responsibilities to members and depositors of the credit union.
St. Francis Xavier, we understand, has retained the legal services of former Prime Minister Dean Barrow. Reporting for News 5, I am Isani Cayetano.